My name is Jack Liu. I'm the founder and the CEO of Wanchain. And I just want to ask how many people have heard about Wanchain? Okay, great. Thank you. Wanchain, WANs, if you don't know, stands for Wide Area Network. And what we're trying to do is to build an infrastructure that connects all these blockchains. So Wanchain stands for Wide Area Network of Blockchains. So as we all know, there are hundreds and thousands of digital assets have been created in the past few years. Yeah, I've been a veteran in this industry for a long time, and I've seen, the market goes up and down, but then more and more assets have been created. And each one of them cover different areas. And a lot of people are saying, well, most of them won't survive. But what I see in the future is more and more assets are coming. That's it's just not inevitable. At the same time, more and more assets are being created or tokenized on the private industry. So banks, enterprises, they're using private chains and consortium chains. And all of that, they're just like, silo or intranet, including Bitcoin, Ethereum. Seems like they're global. But between these networks, you have to rely on centralized exchange to exchange value. And the mechanism is very, very simple and very risky. And we need to have a protocol to put them all together. And also, look at this chart. I know the market goes up and down, right? But eventually, the big trend, we see it very clearly. I've been in this 2013 market meltdown, but eventually it came back. And I've been in the IT industry since late 90s. In the internet boom, and I've been in the e-commerce world. In the late 90s, people have been debating, do we need to be a brick-and-mortar company, or do you want to be an internet company? And we all know, in the past 20 years, the e-commerce just took off, revolutionized how commerce should do. And here's what's going to happen for the digital world. This crypto world is going to be a big wave. And I think the trend will be faster than the e-commerce world. Why? Because most of the assets have been digitalized already. Their bank records, they're all electronic. You don't have to have cars move the goods from warehouse to warehouse. So this trend is going to take very, very fast. So for this problem, we want to find the technology to solve this problem. So with all these tokens or assets, blockchains, how do we get them together? Create we call it something called Internet of Blockchains, the real internet, not siloed blockchains. So we found three key components. Private, cross-chain, smart contracts. That's what we need to build the future infrastructure for this new economy. And the good news is we have already achieved two of them. The privacy part and also smart contracts. It's already done. It went live in January 18th. And you can create privacy tokens. You can use smart contracts. And now we are working on the middle one, cross-chain. Hopefully, it will be done by June this year. So first of all, Wanchain connector, as I mentioned, is a wide area network. We put Wanchain in the middle, and on the top, they're public chains. All the public chains, they can be connected to Wanchain. And also, the bottom, we call it local area networks, LAN chains. Use the same technology. All these assets can be moved to Wanchain, and we can create private smart contracts. And all these tokens can be transacted in a very complicated financial transactions, anything you can think of. As I mentioned, new economy, we need new finance. We're rebuilding new finance. We don't have to go back to the old world and then modify, improve it. We can just build in the totally new world. And that's what we're trying to do. The basic logic, I don't want to go into too much detail, technical details here, but basic logic is you can think of Wanchain as a decentralized bank, and you go to the bank and they deposit your digital gold or digital silver. In turn, you get a receipt back. We call it proxy tokens. With that tokens, you can exchange with other proxy tokens. And when you need it, digital gold or silver back, you go to this decentralized network and withdraw. The concept is much like today's bank or centralized exchange. It's just decentralized by a blockchain. You trust the network instead of centralized exchange. Of course, we have many use cases. First one will be exchange of cryptocurrencies, decentralized exchange. With your wallet, multi-asset wallet, you can exchange Bitcoins, Ethereums, or any assets. The second one will be digital currency loans. You don't want your tokens sitting in your cold wallet. You want them to create value. You want to gain more value day by day. I know that there are a lot of applications on Ethereum already, and we will have more on Wanchain. The third one will be digital asset management. For a lot of fund managers, or small fund managers, or large fund managers, you always have this trust issue between you and also your investors. So with this tool on the one platform, you can manage all your tokens on one platform. Of course, crowd sale, call it ICO. And we all know on Ethereum, the price of Ethereum has been going up so much, I think mainly driven by the ICO. But the thing is, for us, for this one, for our platform, what you can do is you can do multi-asset ICO. And also you can create privacy tokens. You can invest with any tokens into a smart contract, just like what you do on Ethereum. But you can do it privately if you choose to. So that's the power of our platform. So the last one, we are thinking that we can not only to link all these blockchains together, but also we want to build the bridges to the traditional financial world. How do we want to do it? All the fiat currencies, we all know that USDD has a very bad reputation these days, but people do have the needs. And we can work with reputable institutions to tokenize fiat currency. In this picture, all the fiat currencies can be linked to this ecosystem. And now we're bridging the new world with the old world. And we are also bridging, we'll create a marketplace and link the new crypto assets, all these digital assets, with capital. All the capitals can come in through different channels, and really, you can create real internet of blockchains. And we are working with multiple parties, create an interoperability alliance, if you can check it out. And we want to create a standards for the future internet, this value internet. And hopefully you can check our progress. So our philosophy is we want to link, we want to create this, not only peer-to-peer, but a chain-to-chain ecosystem. We want to work with investors, we want to create ecosystem funds, and we want to work with startups. You want to do new projects, we'll bring capital, we'll bring resources. And if you're already a blockchain, we'll work with you, we'll link together. We'll use our special technology, very easily integrate with your blockchains. And that's what we want to do. We create a new financial infrastructure for this crypto economy. All right, thank you so much.